Arsenal Football Club is a very consistent institution. We consistently let ourselves down and we consistently prove the haters right every single time. This big brain nerd of a manager can't wrap his head around the fact that his idea of football is not the only way football can be played. He can't wrap his head around the fact that we don't have to sign the perfect player every time. We can sign a talent and adapt. It doesn't have to be Mr. Right every time. Left to Arteta, Kai Havertz will still be playing LCM. And LCM has been the falling point of this entire project. Marino is just a guy. He's not good, he's not bad, he is just a guy. And I'll keep saying it. You signed an LCM who is better at striker. That is quite damning. Who was there before him? Fabio Vieira, who you sent back on loan to the team who bought him. Who was there before? Albert Sambi Lokonga, who you signed off the word of your friend. Company was like, oh yeah, he's good, so you signed him. And Lokonga has been nothing but average. He's gone elsewhere and is still bang average. Yesterday we saw Arteta come out and say we were the better team. How dare you? Cool, we won on XG. Who does that help? How many times will we win on XG? We lost to Newcastle 2-0, 2-0, home and away. Did we win on XG? Yes. Who cares? They won the trophy. Man U, we lost on penalties. 3 point something XG. How many goals do we score? 1. So if you consistently have the same problem of we're winning on XG, we're not winning games, what do you think that tells you? There is a problem. You cannot get unlucky 10 times. At some point, it's not bad luck. At some point, it is gross negligence. And not signing anybody in January is the dictionary definition of gross negligence. Anybody with a working set of eyes could tell you Arsenal needed dynamism. Arsenal needed attackers. The defense is fine. But what did we do? Approximately nothing. Who did we sign? Approximately nobody. And now we're in this situation where, yes, we had injuries. Gabriel would have made a difference. Havertz would have made a difference. Jesus would have made a difference. But the reality of the situation is we had a good enough team to go and make a difference in that tie. We had chances. PSG came to our house. They put their feet up on the couch. They scored in 4 minutes. And the tie was essentially done from that moment. They had a period of dominance and they capitalized. We dominated, sure. Did we score? No. And that is always our story. Again, if it keeps on happening, who do you blame? Arteta is not the only problem. I do love this guy because he's an excellent manager. Do not get me wrong. But this guy is so rigid and so stubborn. He can't manage big personalities. He got rid of Ozil and Aubameyang because he cannot manage big personalities. He gets players who he can control. System players. And what is the downside of system players? When you need moments, nobody can step up because they are all system players. Saka and Rice are the only ones capable of producing a moment. Odegaard, I promised myself I wouldn't go there, but you are a fraud of untold proportions. I have had enough. We've all had enough. Look at the shot you took. Phenomenal shot. He damn near injured Donnarumma. Does he shoot again when he's in the position? You already know the answer. He cowers away, but against Ipswich 4-0, oh, Odegaard is oozing quality. Odegaard's dancing on the ball. Who gives a damn? When we need our captain to stand up and be counted. Revenge tie against Madrid, where your old team discarded you. They never believed in the wonder kid after they signed him. What did you do? Approximately nothing. This tie, what did you do? Approximately nothing. That's our skipper. That's the person that's supposed to be leading the charge. That's the person that would have lifted the big ears if we won it. Brother, get rid. Or demote his... He doesn't need to go, but he needs to change position. I don't know what, but this is the problem. We're like, oh, he needs to have this. He needs to move to LCM. Maybe his ankle. I'm tired of mental gymnastics for our players. For other teams, it's just players on the pitch and they deliver. It's so simple watching other teams play football. When I watch Barca Inter, I feel like I'm watching a different sport. And some people have the audacity to say, oh, they didn't defend well in that game. That wasn't... Like, are you nuts? Do you like football or do you like Arteta? Do you enjoy watching football with your two eyes? Because some people are so brainwashed that if it's not control, defense, this and that, they don't enjoy the game. I loved watching that tie. That's the best tie I've ever watched. Yes, Barcelona had the remontada against PSG, but that was just one team coming back. The first leg of that game was a dud. Liverpool, same thing. It's one team coming back. The storyline was there 100%. Liverpool had no Salah in that game, no Firmino. They had no right to do that comeback. Corner taken quickly. That's the one I'll hear the most. But this tie, 2-0 down, 3-2 up. 3-3. First leg, whoa, surely it can't happen again. It happened again. Yamal, best player in the world this season. I know what my eyes are telling me. Every time I watch him, I'm on my feet applauding. Mbappe still has the crown for now because he's earned it. There's merit. But Yamal is just, we've never seen anything like this before. And I'm not saying he's better than Messi, but like, just the way he does it is something different. And somebody said if you invert Yamal, you're looking at Neymar, and I think that might be the most accurate comparison. But it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And generally, Odegaard can't be a real person. This guy scored 15 goals in a Premier League season, and he has not scored up to 10 in his last 2 seasons combined, all comps. How do you regress like that in your prime at age 25, 26? This doesn't happen. So maybe there are things outside of football. Cool. Injuries, whatever. We don't have time. Time is running out. This is year 6 of Arteta. Phase whatever. Who cares? Phase 1, phase 2. Let it go to the roundabout. I don't care. When are we going to see results? We need to win one of the big 2. People are saying, you can say United are going to have a better season, Tottenham, whatever. The point of winning Europa is to get into the Champions League. That is the point. But at the same time, I do understand that you have to validate your efforts. At some point, these players are going to be mentally exhausted because we've had 3 title challenges and we haven't won any. We haven't won a trophy since 2020, and that will start weighing on them. Because it's like all these efforts are not being rewarded. How do you pick yourself up and go again? Klopp retired from Liverpool because he couldn't do it anymore. It's exhausting never winning. And that's just winning Prem. Klopp still won champs. He still got 1 Prem title. He was still winning Carabao. Liverpool were local champions. They were winning Carabao, winning FA Cup, but they couldn't beat City. How much more a team that's won approximately nothing? I am devaluing these smaller trophies because I do think if we'd won Carabao this season, if we won FA Cup, realistically, this bantering would still happen. We still would not be satisfied. Would it be cool for about a week? But then after that, it'd be kind of like, okay, yeah, we need the big ones. And my issue with Arteta is he learning? Bournemouth on the weekend, we play our first team, we still lose before a game at PSG, and I'm kind of like, the league is done. Why are you still playing the starters? They should be coming on 60th minute just to stay fresh. 2022-23 was the most fun I've ever had as an Arsenal fan watching football. There were no expectations. We came out the gate flying. Free-flowing football. It was phenomenal. Cinema. Absolute cinema. When did it all come crashing down? When Arteta played our full team against Sporting Lisbon, second leg, they score from halfway line. Who gets injured? Saliba, Tomiyasu, season's done. Rob Holding is playing at the Etihad. Winking at the camera. God forgive me. So Arteta has not learnt. He's still... I don't like this. Like, I want to keep my emotions in check, truly, because as you saw yesterday, if I don't laugh, I'll cry. Like, life actually goes on. I actually have a job. Like, I cannot afford to let these guys dictate my emotional state. Like, I think this thing might be a curse. It might be spiritual. We're in a toxic relationship with failure. Because as I say, 22-23, second place, no one expected it, cool. 23-24, you build, you make signings, finish second. That 16-1 and 1 run was gorgeous stuff. We went a little bit too much to the other side where it was a lot of control, great defense, but it wasn't so exciting. We still needed a little bit more creative freedom. And again, Arteta big-brained, as per, against Aston Villa, the one loss by putting Havertz back into LCM and Jesus up top. Again, left to Arteta, Havertz will still be playing LCM, which is frightening. He is too stubborn. Make changes against PSG. No. Play Ethan Ranieri. No. It's going to work. No, it's not going to work. Make changes. Inverted fullbacks every time. Every other team in the semi-finals had overlapping fullbacks except us. That is a sign. Do you have to copy the norm? No. But if our system is not working, change the system. Have alternatives. You can't have one game plan where it's pass to Saka, ISO, pass back. Odegaard's job is to pass to Saka. He is so one-dimensional. It's like his hips. Shaqiri said her hips don't lie. Odegaard's hips lie. He can't turn them. He doesn't turn and plays the left side, which is why I say maybe he needs to be LCM so his angles are different. I don't know. But again, we can't be doing mental gymnastics from these players. Sorry I keep going on tangents, but you can see my head is just all over the place. But yes, we want dominance. We want to win games, but at what cost? We went too far to the right in terms of too much control. And what did we do this season? Go even further that way. And it didn't work. Because what happens when you have too many system players? When you need moments, there are no moments players. Saka and Rice are the only ones capable of giving us anything resembling a moment. Anyone else is luck. Like Calafiori, well, not luck, but are we relying on Calafiori? Calafiori is actually a very good attacking player. The goal against City was nuts. Forest game, he was pushing forward. But is our left back, is that what we built for year 6, phase 2000, for our left back to be the best attacking solution? I don't think so. So what do we need to do? The same things we've been saying for how long? Buy. We need dynamic players. I don't need to squint to see how good Desiree Doué is. I don't need to squint to see how good Kvicha Kvaratskhelia is. I don't need to squint to see how good Ousmane Dembele is. I don't need to squint to see how good Ferran Torres is. Rafinha, Yamal, Martinez. I don't need to squint. But with Arsenal, it's Martinelli needs to play this way and this. No, we can't afford it anymore. Either change the system or change the personnel. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over. It is gross negligence. Dictionary definition of gross negligence. And I've personally had enough. Again, I am a fan of Arteta. Believe it or not, I do believe in this guy. I don't want him to be sacked. But what if he's the Mark Jackson to our Steve Kerr? What if there's another guy that needs to break through the glass ceiling? What if he cannot take us there? These are things we simply have to consider. We can't just assume. Because it's 2026 next year. Next season is the 2026 season. Arteta's been here since 2019. Yes, December 2019, but 2019. So 6 years. What is he going to have to show for it? One FA Cup is not enough. We've been loyal, rightfully so. But see it through. The board has to support him. Has to support him. We have to buy. It's that simple. Everyone can see we are so close, yet so far. But we're becoming nearly FC. Nearly FC. Worst teams are winning trophies. And trophies do matter. Trophies are the currency of football. At the same time, I assure you, I do not want to be where United are right now. Where Tottenham are right now, finishing 15th and winning Europa. Whoopsie flipping do. But at the same time, they are winning a trophy, and that is something to be respected. One of us is playing PSG, one of us is playing Bodo Glimt. So again, there are levels to this game, but you get my point. But yeah, my fear is that he's going to struggle to get this team going again. I don't know how he convinces them that this is our year next year. I do think we've been inherently unlucky. The red cards, the injuries. We have had a decent season on a whole. Getting to a champ semi is nothing to scoff at, considering the injuries we've had. And we have had performances where I've been really impressed with the team. But yesterday, I'm so disappointed. This was an opportunity to win the Champions League and we squandered it. It's an opportunity to win the Premier League and we squandered it. This was not a City season where they've got 100 points and we can say, yeah, fair enough. This was a season where we had the chance and we let it slip again. Because that is the Arsenal story. Just a few side notes that I forgot to add because my head was on a different planet and it hasn't quite come down, but this is post-edit clearly. It is important to remember where we've come from, but expectations change. Expectations are relative. We did go through months where we literally couldn't win games or score goals. I do remember those times and I'm grateful that things are better. But that doesn't excuse the board. That doesn't excuse the mistakes Arteta has made because as time changes, so do expectations. There were also individuals that I was really disappointed in. Lewis Skelly was poor. Timber was poor. Skelly is 18. Anything you get from an 18-year-old is a bonus. You can't be relying on kids. Timber, I consider to be a top 3 right back in the world. So to see him get skinned like that was like, damn. He got deep fried by Kvaratskhelia. Let's call a spade a spade. And it was a matter of if we took our chances, we win. But that's always the story, which is why it's like, how often do we keep on saying this? But you can see my tone is a little bit calmer today. I thought I'd add this in so I haven't lost the plot completely. But I don't know. Kvaratskhelia, just the fact we didn't sign him is infuriating, really. 60 million to Napoli. Sorry, 60 million from Napoli. Was that so much to ask? I don't think so. And what has Nwaneri done, by the way? Why is he not getting opportunity? He's a game changer. He's a borderline generational talent. His ball striking, his nimbleness. He's one of those people that can manipulate a game state, get in those half spaces and drive. Intricate passing. So why is he not playing? I don't get it. You could argue Nwaneri would have been more impactful than Odegaard this last game. And who can really fight it? But this is the situation. Come on United, because I thought about it. And I actually, obviously, I don't know 10 Tottenham fans, let's be real. But the thought of them winning a European trophy before us is quite disgusting. Yes, it's an inferior one. No, they have not had a better season if they win it, because I promise you they would swap their position for ours any day of the week and twice on Sundays. But it's still not nice. Same with United. You can gaslight yourselves that you're happy right now, but you'll win Europa League, get in champs, get disgraced and be sad again. So whoop-de-doo.